Alright, let's start. Best girl is following me again. No. Jesus. Naked flames? What about clothed flames? How many people have already made that joke?
If House Damia's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
Of course, Kuro, you need something now. Wait, what? When did that happen? Oh. I know what that is. If I'm correct, that journal belonged to the guy that made this little thing. Controller, stop being shit for like 5 seconds. Found it. That's the great Google Library dungeon music.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about.
The book itself is the man-made void scent. I swear to God if that's true.
Among the ranks of the Void Scent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations.
Hello, Juno.
Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings reveal that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos. How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Damia went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves? Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
I love that thing's hair. So, House Damir built their own little Atomos. Hey, Juno.
Hello. Didn't want to miss this one.
Definitely nothing sketchy. Ah, the Font of Maya, where I saw that woman get yeeted at Mach speed to her death.
Oh.
With an infant in her arms. That was fun.
That monster must have one hell of a strong arm to fucking yeet her
To
so
be
hard.
fair, it is still water. And being thrown full force. Ah, monkey wants to throw hands.
Always.
Even when things the world, they will throw hands. They don't get too Wait, are lemurs even part of the primate family?
Yes, they're like a weird like tree on itself, you know, because I'm pretty sure most of them live in
I was just curious because yeah, I called them monkeys, but I wasn't sure if they actually were monkeys of some kind.
They're like very distant relation, like very distant from like
Kind of
regular
like how
monkeys.
parrots are very distant relatives to falcons.
Probably.
No, they are.
I didn't even know that. That's
Neither
what
did
I'm
I
saying.
until a few days ago. Disney has had 3 villains that have a bird, an avian companion, and they are all tangentially related somehow. Shan Yu's falcon, Maleficent's crow, or raven. It's not. I don't think it's really.
I think it's a crow. I think it's too small to be a raven.
It's animated, okay?
That is true.
And Iago, the most famous one.
We'll play all the birds now that Gilbert Godfrey is gone.
I forgot that Gilbert Gottfried voiced Iago.
But I think the most funny thing is that the last thing that Gilbert Godfrey voiced was God in Smiling Friends.
I forgot about that.
I'll be available if you need me for any duty thing you run across.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
But if I'm able to run a trust, I will. Because it'll give me time to learn without you know, worrying about whether or not the healer will play with my life.
The good thing is that most of the dungeons are trust, though. On that department.
Although I imagine when I fight Sacramento, yes, I know that's not actually his name. When I fight Sacramento, that's going to be a trial. The Earth Archdemon. Arcfiend.
You asking its name in here?
No, I'm asking if it's a trial and not a...
You want me to actually answer that?
Yes!
We're about to murder him. Dungeon.
Technically speaking, you murder Ritatin in a realm reborn with 7 other people in a trial.
Yeah, some of the archfiends are trials, some are dungeon bosses.
No, I'm making a joke that on the... it didn't seem fair with 8 of you ganging up on him. Just beat him up with 7 other people. He's like, alright, wait, why are there 7 other people here? Absolutely murdered, and I learned none of his mechanics. That's not a joke, I didn't learn a single mechanic.
Always find it the Cape West when guys fucking back when it was a trial.
Yeah, Ritatin. It's just like, you don't get to use mechanics, he just dies.
But I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the
bounty. You fought
bounty.
him since?
No.
He's like a 3 faves, like, solo duty.
I know he's a solo duty. That's what they changed.
And like, it was actually pretty cool because like at the end of like the 3rd one, it's basically like a DPS check because he chains you up and it's like you gotta kill him right now or you just die from AoEs.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
There's something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Just toss someone in there with a warden scale.
Kinda familiar. One you made
Very
long
good.
ago.
I see you've been paying attention. As Vritra sent his simulacrum, so too shall we rely on a familiar to bear the brunt of any unpleasant consequences. Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born. Water, froth and foam!
Yeah, I think youngish Stola is very different than current Stola.
No. Nobody say anything to anyone.
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
Fucking reach for us, just...
Even the fucking, like, thousands-year-old dragon is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's just like, what? Like, I hear this, like, nobody say a fucking thing to anyone. Not unless you want to be fired for. Not unless you want to have fire 4 on you, and then thrown into the void.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate.
That explains the chant.
I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
I mean, you don't want to be an anime girl there, Stola?
In any case,
She's already a
these
cat
two
girl.
should serve as well.
Like, that's anime enough.
This one
Yeah.
will bear a warding scale. And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Yes, of course.
He's just staring dumbfounded that whole time. You just know that that where his actual body is, he just rubbed his one eye. He's just like. then he rubbed both, including the empty socket, just to be doubly sure that he isn't dreaming. You just know he did. How much do you think the animators and script writers had fun with that?
Oh, I think they just had fun with a lot of these things.
Oh yeah, no, you know they did. Look at the Hildebrand quest line. Just a realm reborn. Just ignore the others. Just look at a realm reborn, and you can tell they had fun.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
What I do best.
Oh no. Oh no!
You had the balls.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know. Let us begin, shall we?
The answer is yes, I do have the balls. I've shit talked with her before. After all, when I had the choice, I said, yes, mother. And then, as long as I don't have to do any more chores. I have sassed her before, and I will do it whenever they give me the chance.
Nixies, into the void.
Do they have to talk in rhyme? Warding scale just gets spit back out. You just hear a burp. Not gonna lie, I would actually like that. That would be perfect, in my opinion.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side!
Not gonna lie, I was expecting there to be a burp at the end. That thing's gonna turn into a forward fold.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Oh, the poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
We got company.
We're out of time! I must reseal the Void Gate.
They're coming through!
In the name of Al-Zidal III, I bar this door unto the void!
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct, then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies,
Or you
the talisman itself
been in the
shows signs
fucking
of degradation.
Void forever.
It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
It's dark.
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Una Kalhai? The unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used a stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals, but those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition?
Pretty dark, mostly.
I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
I mean... Yes, let me suggest the people who are dead. I just teleport to Rolder's Reach.
Saved you the time.
True. I love when the wind-up of Mulder just hops from one foot to the other. Well, I imagine Nero would have compiled data on the 13th since he was literally there! And turned purple.
Purple ring.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anything about safety protocols from you, Sid. Because literally, every Sid I have ever encountered in the Final Fantasy games blows something up. That's not even a joke. That's not even a joke. Every Sid in every Final Fantasy game I've played, they blow something.
I need to look up all the Sids. I can't remember if 3 had one. It started with 2. 4 has 1.
I know 4 has one. I know
6 has 1. Pretty much most of them have it.
Of the main titles, the first one is the only one to my knowledge that doesn't have a Sid. 12 is the only one to my knowledge that has a Sid that is actually a villain, that's actually an antagonist.
Isn't the... I think 13 had one who betrayed you or something. You
not so much an antagonist, because I know you fight him, but I'd say less an antagonist, more like a third party, sort of test and use sort of shit. It's been a while since I played 13.
Thirteen's kind of a weird one too. It doesn't really convey its story really well.
13. Yes, 13's a weird one. 13 is a weird one. Ignore the anime burb girl at the edge of the literal universe. But no, 13 is the weird one.
Hey, Stola! The adjustments are going well, I hope?
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news.
For every
I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records.
I'll look at that later.
What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Al-Zadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components. And I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos. I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
I'm in.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
Celestinian told us of your predicament. For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet...
Now you listen to me, Varshan! You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Break on through to the other side.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together. Safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again, too.
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzadhan. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavnair for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
Begins to chop onions in front of them.
What? I'm just increasing my culinary level. You know that like some of the fucking Endwalker food sells for cheap, you can actually sell it for the repeatable quests for a bunch of money, but I don't think, not sure if that is rebounded by people knowing about it now.
Big dick warrior of light cucks Meteon. Fuck you, Sacramento, you're next.
All your Archfiend allies just because they're allied with you.
But Sacramento goes first. That's the joke, is that he's next. Stupid troll, stop being shit.
Last time I came in to like watch you like transfer to your world and like you needed me, I forgot that I still had 14 on, so I left it on overnight.
Your character just sitting there, this is like... It's been 13 hours, when will I move?
I was still in Goblin, too.
Yeah. Okay. Part of my plan was hopefully to do myths today, but that may not happen.
No? Why's that? You just don't
Olmecs, remember? We had a deal that in order for him to play the Elden Ring DLC in New Game Plus, I cannot do the rest of Pandemonium or do any of Myths of the Realm without him. That's the deal. And the reason why he has to do the Elden Ring DLC in New Game Plus is because with his main character, he ended up going to do New Game Plus because he's that impatient. And since nobody knows where the access point for this expansion will be, that's going to make it even more interesting.
How far are you in Pandemonium? Did you clear out like the first half?
Asphodelos, that's it.
Okay.
Asphodelos is the only circle that's been done. Oh, during Wondrous Tales, I was doing fourth circle Asphodelos. Yes, I did get the minion, but right before it started, I just said we will. Okay. Have you ever played Castlevania: Lament of Innocence?
I think I have. I don't remember it at all.
Okay, at the end of the game, Leon says the Belmont clan will hunt the night. I basically made that reference, and nobody fucking knew it. No one. All 7 people.
Was that one of the 3D ones?
It was the first one.
The first?
PS2. No, wait, it was one of the first ones. Because I think the first one might have been for the 64.
There was like 3 3D ones on the 64.
No, there was only 2 for the 64.
Was there 2? I swear there was 3.
Yeah, and they were both connected. However, they're not part of the main timeline.
I don't know. The interest with Castlevania seems to have dropped off with the 3D games. I guess the people who played the
interest
previous...
didn't drop off. Konami is just shit.
I don't think they ever knew what they wanted to do with 3D Castlevania.
I mean, they had a pretty good idea with fuck, what was the other PS2 one called?
Meanwhile, somewhere
Curse
else.
of Darkness. Not somewhere else. This is literally in the 13th.
I know.
$10 this is the roads. Or Xenos.
Xenos' Avatar.
No, it's literally Xenos. He became one with his avatar.
Became one with Void Scent. Every Reaper has an avatar that they make you deal with.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm almost certain it's
And thus I am returned.
I believe it's Zoromos, since we're dealing with Golbez and 4 Arcades.
To be swallowed, bereft of senses.
Completed.
What the? We found inventor, achievement. Apparently, got Midgard Solmar card from an achievement. We fight what we think is Zoromos, but then all of a sudden we just hear from him, a test of your reflexes! And it's just like, fucking Xenos isn't dead? That's what I'm just waiting for. Just like, it's gonna be like one of those unskippable cutscene things. Where he does this big move and then you hear a test of your reflexes.
Eating with your friends, a test of your reflexes. Trying to go to sleep, a test of your reflexes.
No, wait. Everyone in the raid just like, what? And everyone wipes because they were fucking, because they just fucking just taken aback by the fact that it's Xenos out of nowhere.
Kind of in a lull period in Forza. Even with the last update, didn't really add much to keep people invested.
that's what expansion content is for. It's for the lulls. The lulls, not the lulls.
I think instead of doing like a zone like they did before for a relic weapon, they were doing testing out Criterion dungeons. I don't think it's been very successful.
I have a theory that the next expansion is going to take us to the 13th directly.
Yeah.
I mean, we're dealing with the 13th right now.
A lot of people think it's Miracidia.
It could be we could go to Miracidia, who knows? We could go to Thavnair, Garlemald. Hell, we could even go to Doma. We haven't seen the place. How many people can I piss off with this?
Yeah, I want to see Scion.
No. I want to see Ishgard.
I was making a Final Fantasy VI reference because you said we haven't been to Doma.
I never played 6.
There's also a kingdom called Doma in 6, and the playable character you get from there is called Scion. Everyone else there dies.
Well, to be completely fair, we are talking about the game with the best, one of the absolute best Final Fantasy villain.
Joker.
No, the Joker's brother. Kefka. It's like, destroys the world. Continues fighting the heroes just for the lulz.
Yeah, Kefka could have destroyed the world at any moment, but he just decided to prolong everyone's suffering.
Yeah. I haven't seen gameplay, but I've read about it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy is a psychopath. I love it.
Yeah, he's one of the best villains.
Yeah, he's one of the best Final Fantasy villains ever. Zeromos, I would say, is also one of the best ones, because he was just like he was there this whole time. When you think about it, he was always there. It's like, dance to my strings, you little fucks.
They did decide to do a sequel of 4.
Yeah, I know, the after years.
Was kind of a little weird. I don't think they fully explained the villain of that game. She comes in and just kicks a bunch of people's asses.
Sephiroth? I joke, but I know for a fact that, without even having to look it up, I know for a fact that this is gender-bent Sephiroth.
I find it funny when, like, people like Xenos, like Sephiroth, people see them and they think that's a girl.
I don't know how you can look at either of them and think that they're a female.
Retry, I presume.
Pint, the streamer, thought that Xenos was female for like the longest time.
How? He doesn't even look it. Okay, completely ignoring
Indeed,
the long
this
ass
vessel
hair.
now serves as a host for my eye.
Completely ignoring the long ass hair. The dude is built. The dude is built like a fucking. He's built like Hulk Hogan.
I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something, but this...
We couldn't well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared. Your Excellency, we spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both. 'Twas our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is no to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. Again, I ask that you watch over Radzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention.
Did you see the 14?
And in opening the Void Gate,
Facebook?
There is ever risk that Void Scent will find their way into our world.
Say what?
I'll ask you later.
Okay, because voiced content.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. Our soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Vasha. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Nay, Vashan shall suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
Yes, let's insult the satrap by giving him the ugliest male name in the English language. Keith.
As you say, as you say.
How many Keiths do you think I pissed off?
Go then, Vashan. And best of luck.
There's just some of those,
It's just one of those names.
yeah.
Even freaking Family Guy did a joke on it.
Karen. There's like, I looked at like
I
my
have something for you
nephew's
as well.
yearbook, and like there were like 5 Nevaehs.
While you were gone, Urianger paid us a
Nevaeh?
visit.
It's heaven spelled backwards.
It's what?
It's heaven spelled backwards. Yes. I am serious, that was a thing.
I love how you know I'm just pinching the bridge of my nose.
Oh, I I think I've realized at this point, like when you're like,
As you may
Like,
recall,
I don't even sigh,
he joined
I'm
us
just
on our foray into
silent.
Alzadal's legacy, in
It's
part
like,
to conduct
he's pinching
research for
bridge
the
of his
Loporrits.
nose. Just like, yeah, he knows I'm not lying. He knows I'm serious.
Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault.
Is he gonna have a bigger cheese?
As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger. Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon. The Loporrits no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the Void. And who better to bear Heidelin's gift than her chosen champion?
Just yeet it at Sacramento. He just picks up like, and what was the point of the sword into his eye? So it's like, it was a distraction.
live over the thumb, bitch.
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
It's getting done music. always thought it would be more funny if, like, Biggs and Wedge's names were
I shall
reversed.
now lift the seal.
Just for the irony.
In the name of Al-Zadal III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Go. Absorb the void gate.
Oh, we're not gonna get your anime girl opening?
No. Probably made a more dignified something. So tasty. I should probably find to see if I can get the voice clip of
It worked.
because I
We
was
should have no
referencing,
trouble passing through a
Monster
gate
Hunter.
of that size.
If you finished looking, you put correctly. It's
What can we
tasty.
expect to find after stepping through?
On my previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent. I was hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area.
This is like three guys huddled around a campfire cooking
The command
something,
of
and we
our
just come in
mission,
and kill them.
I leave in your capable hands.
We have
In the
squatters'
event of
rights.
battle,
Don't
I
evict
shall
us.
adapt my tactics to complement
Changes
your
to
own.
machinist class. Loads shotgun.
Should we require healing, I can provide it. 'Twould be a welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
Take heart, my friends, and have faith. We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Ajdaya.
Belcourt of Troya.
Yep. The very start of this patch is the dungeon.
Insufficient item level.
Oh yeah. I don't think you can buy a lot with something.
Hold on.
But I don't think it should be super expensive to like get some
Oh,
gear off the market
okay,
board.
I got some good news. Something I'm not going to discuss on stream.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, trying to deal with the SSI stuff and DHS stuff, I now have to wait 15 to 20 business days. That means Monday through Friday. For a letter. And I'm like, why did you ask for my email and phone number? Oh, fuck me, I don't remember any of that. No,
It is.
Some sort of causality. I have just enough for like one thing.
The lowest item level thing.
Yeah, for causality. The green shit. The green tombstones. Yeah, let's go with accessories. I don't really feel like
I should have figured this would have happened because it happened to like both my friends.
Yeah. But I didn't farm that last dungeon for gear, and I should have. Yeah, let me make sure 575. What's mine? 572. Shit.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Probably at some point you should maybe do some hunt trains and get your relic weapon.
Hang on. Where's the... Stop moving. Piece of shit.
There you have a market board.
Hang on, I'm looking. Does Razatan not have a market board?
I think it might not because I think old Charlie and...
I know old Charlian does. I'm surprised Razatan doesn't.
I'm not
that might
immediately
change
finding...
later on, though.
Let me look.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see the normal market board there. Like, I have over 6 mil, so I can afford to buy shit.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't think any of the crafted gear is that expensive. At least the ones I picked up. Like...
It's in Goblin, at least, things tend to be more on the cheaper side. I don't know if you've noticed. Or at least cheaper compared to other places.
And besides, a lot of probably the demand for crafted is kind of down compared to like how it would be like maybe at like.
Would this thing stop moving me? Oh no, wait, that's a choker. I don't need a choker. Just until I start farming. You know what I mean?
Well, like if you're gonna continue through the story, you might also get cockblocked by the next dungeon too.
That's why I need to farm for gear.
Yeah.
Which I should have done, but I didn't.
It would be. Because the next dungeon needs 590 gear. An average item level of 590.
Okay, my IL is now 581.
Nice.
Wait, could I do this? Could I do the trust thing?
It wouldn't be available under the trust option until you do it with the...
Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I have to physically go there then.
Yeah, you have to fucking walk there.
Okay, I request that they change that. Like, as long as I have access to it, I feel like I should be able to access it from the trust menu. But at least I can fly. I should have concentrated on farming rather than leveling up Astro. My dog Astro, not Astrologen.
There's not many people who actually know the Jetson.
By the way, George Jetson was born last year.
Good old future fucking prediction.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. My portrait god.
Back to DMV portrait.
Oh well. It's not that important.
Did the first ever get its like time dilation changed or whatever? Because remember, like time went faster there, or I guess it's either that or the source was slower or something.
I don't know why I'm looking around. There are never any chests.
Immediately.
There are never any chests like immediately.
Realize that Sean is also a dragon. That is kind of funny that the low-level healer. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's the previous.
Yeah, like,
she forgot to put on her job crystal.
Well, when you're a employee, you don't need.
I always found it weird that the white mage free job is conjurer. You'd think like that the Arcanist and Conjurer would have their names reversed, you know?
You gotta conjure up
Out of my way!
You look deaf. The people who are deaf.
There's like I think there's like 12 different types of void sense. I like watch. There might be more. Maybe there was 13. Let me look it up. Could be free. I never actually realized that until I saw a video on it that the bombs are voice sent.
Oh, you never knew that.
Yeah.
That's been like common fun forever. Whatever world that game. You forced my hand. They do know that they're angel or artificial father. You know what I'm talking about, right? The guys that kind of fuck me.
Been a while, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Get out of fire, get out of fire, get out of fire. Man, this healer really sucks. I almost died.
Without fire, no, it was an MS2. Out of my way!
I remember I had a MSQ, scenario roulette where it was the first time doing the ultimate weapon. This is like the increase. They did fine, but like just the increase of difficulty compared to like everything else. I said to him, that's just a taste of bosses later on in the game.
Oh.
You like, have like that kind of like, oh shit, you know? I'm like, you get used to it. They were a tank too. Interesting way to use first time multiple weapon.
Oh, Jesus!
There's a boss, even though it's a fucking ant city.
of my way!
Okay, that was a little scary. Yes, scouting. That's definitely a class.
What class is you scouting? It like ninja?
Rogue and ninja. Literally, that's it.
Just rogue. You're no longer the main man. You know.
I will not hold back.
I read Trojan Hound as Trojan Hound, and I'm like, is this not a real hound?
It could. It's possible that it could not be a real hound because everything is just so fucking cursed here. Boy, even the land probably fucked.
Oh hey, Fantasy XIV.
I should probably try the N64 randomizer. I had like a 3DS one, but my 3DS, like one of my hinges on my 3DS broken.
I guess it was immediately get decked by an enemy.
Bam! No! There was this dungeon where like I had like this just giant like full poles and just us obliterating all the enemies.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not giving Shadow Release. Not always don't let that
I will end this far.
Been too lazy to get my 3DS repaired, but I was having fun with the randomizer because I could also randomize like the entrances. So I could like. What are you imagining that? You're like, holy fuck, that would be fucked.
Yeah, I'm imagining a few things.
The good thing is the person who programmed the randomizer also programmed a menu that you like look and see like where it goes to what, like what entrance goes to what. So you have to like fucking trace your steps. You're like, okay, that goes to there, that goes.
Go to wait, go to Japanese. It's a fucking forest temple.
Well, it was like, I think there was a limitation on, like, because only dungeon entrances could go into dungeons, you know?
Singing, surprise, surprise.
Also the thing make sure that, like, I made sure that I had the option that it'll detect if a run is possible, like, if it gives a run, like it won't allow a run that could not be completed.
That, I love that. I love that mechanic. I love that. That is a change to the item.
I am of the earth. You come upon full.
Holy shit.
What? You see me survive that bullshit?
Constantly going to a sliver of your health.
I will not hold back.
What multiple items can.
Well, that figures because I had no idea what the. I had no idea where the fuck to go. The fact that the NPCs don't try to pull you into safety is kind of irritating.
Does Conjurer have rescue?
It's not a job-specific button. It is a role-specific button. So they should, at some level.
I think it's given in like one of the higher end like Realm Reborn one. Don't get in like
It's a role. No, I mean it's role specific.
I know. I didn't say you were wrong.
Yeah, no, that means that all healers should have it. Kind of like all ranged physical have head grades.
I never say you're wrong. They like. I'm
Yeah,
trying to remember.
I think you get it at 48. At least I think, because I know that's what you get. You get that at that level for astrology.
That would be the same level for every healer.
I love that last mechanic. I love that.
It's not bad. It also, like I said earlier, it goes into the other one.
You forced my hand. I am of the first brood.
Someone else can devour that. I love it. I love that. They're too strong. Someone else can devour them.
Probably very few people who have actually bested them.
Well, I mean, duh. How many people willingly come here?
Plenty of voice sense, they probably fight amongst themselves. They can't fucking die.
No, they can't.
I mean, they literally can't fucking die. They get back, they revive here in the 13th. They're stuck in that. They can't be sent back to the life string.
If they die before, they would go back to 13. If they were summoned, because the body is still here. Their bodies are here. Meaning, there was lack of the soul, is it something like that? It's not going to go.
Anything in the 13th, they can't die.
That's not true. They can die. They still have ether. The reason they don't really die in that source is because they were summoned there, so their body is here. So when they die,
so enemies incoming.
Yeah, I figured. I'm just like, only 2 here? Nah, I don't know. Even in the realm before, there's never just
very, very, very rare.
even when there is just 2, there's never.
I will not hold back.
Out of my way!
I will end this war.
Think about it, if things of the 13th couldn't die, then that Beatrice would have just kept fighting. She'd have no reason to say they're too strong, but someone else devour them. There'd be a line that would make no sense.
No mercy!
Got tired of fighting.
No, even then, that wouldn't make any sense. Why worry about being tired of fighting when you cannot die?
Here's the thing. They can't like fully die. It seems like they have to reconstitute.
In order for that to do that means that they cannot die. You're thinking of athletes. Even if the athletes still had,
You forced my
they
hand.
still had a weakness of death. Not that it was easy to do.
It took a lot.
Yeah.
It did.
It took a lot for one, except for Thornton, who just fucking beats La Brea into nothing. Just like, nah, you don't get to exist.
I feel like they were making La Brea seem like a mastermind villain, but like,
yeah, and then
why would you ever trust Thor at him?
Come on! How the hell did that kill me? That's bullshit. How the hell did that kill me? I was popping my defense when I could.
Though I think any of the void synth that would be in the source would actually be sent back to the.
They would,
like,
because their body is still in the 13th, assuming they were summoned into a simulacrum, into a temporary body, and not fully manifested. Assuming.
How did we missed that one? That treasure coffer.
I don't know how I missed that one.
I didn't notice it either.
I was popping my defense when I should have.
Stola, where's your Benedict bow? Alright.
She stole it. She has
To be fair, a lot of these. I ran this as a tank. I think a healer. Those damn bigger guys fucking hit you hard, don't they?
They hit you in the fucking butt. This is great.
Keep right.
I will not hold back.
wonder they were so tough. They were stewing. We're not gonna eat you. Well, not completely. I might have a leg or something, but...
So the gate did open again, and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels.
Oh, Sacramento! I'm gonna enjoy this.
Yes.
I recognize the lisp. He had it in 4.
I am Scarmiglione, Archfiend of Earth and first of Golbez's Circle of Four. Such pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your grave.
Isn't this remix music of his boss theme from 4?
It's a remix, one of the remix of like the regular boss themes of FF4.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, I immediately recognized it. That's why I knew.
All the Archfiends have FF4 music.
Yeah, no, I figured they would. I'm just saying that to make sure I was hearing this correctly.
Yeah, it's the
yeah, so it is a
FF4
remix
boss
of his
music.
theme. It is a remix of his theme.
We'll need those barriers. Times after that.
Well, I wasn't avoiding that.
Might want to get behind him.
You underestimate me!
Protect me, my minion!
Got killed by the Phoenix attacks after that.
How?
We're already pretty low on health because of the vulnerability attacks.
The goddamn AoE just doesn't last long enough for me to really do anything about it.
Also, they really jam on the fucking saxophone with this version.
I think if you're gonna have AoEs, they shouldn't make them so fast, because somebody is on the other end. Because of their class, or because of the job they're doing or something. Then they're just screwed.
forced my hand. I am of the first brood.
This will hurt.
You forced my hand.
Protect me, my minions.
Out of my way!
Probably the worst part of that being in that trust is the AI just keeps the single target.
No mercy. Taste food.
And that's why I like Blackest Night.
Stubborn mortal. I will not hold back. Come, feel your love.
Fuck you, Sacramento!
I'd kill you again if I could.
That was for the week-long hell you put me through in 4! My only regret is that I couldn't just light him on fire as the Dark Knight. Because if I remember correctly, Cecil had access to fire. The fire spell. In 4 when he was a Dark Knight.
This Scarmalione, he knew the gate had opened.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
As we do ours. But to unflinchingly consume a fellow Voidsent. Like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
The question is, what will the minions do?
They just watched us kill one of the 4 arc fiends.
Do you think they're gonna want to do this shit?
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Must know thy enemy.
And then make memes
Sage
of him
advice,
until he
my
cries.
friend.
Then make
It is
memes of him
reassuring
crying.
to have one so experienced with us. I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
Any of you seen a big-ass dragon? You're now in the 13.
Okay, I'm going to use the bathroom.
I will do the thing.
That felt so good.
Yeah,
Million.
Did you have to crap out of Sacramento?
Oh damn, I missed Troya.
Yeah, it makes you miss me beating,
I blame Billy Joel.
You blame Billy Joel. Yeah, you missed me beating Scarmillion without having to suffer through a week of him. Like I did when I played 4 on the Super Nintendo.
How old were you when you played that?
Oh. I refuse to look anything up, which means that I must have been at least middle to high school age.
We watch Oliver and Company with dinner.
Oh, you watched Oliver and Company. But wait,
so
no,
I
then you'd have wait, no,
blame
you'd have
Billy Joel.
No, you can't blame Billy Joel. You have to blame Charles Dickinson because he wrote because he wrote the story that movie is based on. I believe. I believe it's an animal version of Oliver Twist.
Royalties free Oliver Twist. Why am I forgetting his name? The guy who played Mufasa thought that Lion King was was based off of Kimba the White Lion when he was doing his voice acting.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was.
It wasn't.
It was an animalistic retelling of Hamlet.
Yeah.
But just so you feel better, Omix,
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones, that's who voiced Mufasa.
Yeah, he thought it was Kimba the White Lion.
Yeah, but it was really Hamlet. I did Troya in a trust.
He doesn't trust real people, so he trusts it.
It is unlikely you'll learn anything from it. Oh gee, no, just kidding.
I'm a smidge of
I'll find
ether.
someone else to eat. What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know.
Probably would taste good to him because it would be full of ether.
True. Hey, Omix.
Yeah.
So yeah, you missed me beating up Sacramento. I died once because of Vuln stacks. But once I knew his pattern, he was nothing.
I love spending, like, the entire time since I said James Earl Jones until now was spent getting my headset to properly pair with my PlayStation because it was being finicky because reasons. And as soon as I do, I get asked a question from the other room. He's like, so I had to mute immediately anyway.
But yeah, the moment I heard the lisp, I knew the boss was going to be Sacramento, because that lisp is part of his character.
Also, can I just say, I learned something about Oliver and Company today when I watched it with my mom.
That it's animated?
Oh my god.
What I learned is, as of 2021, it is the only film role Billy Joel has ever had where he is not himself. Where it's not like Billy Joel.
What did he voice? Who did he voice?
Oliver Company was, he's Dodger.
Okay.
I got a street sidewalk there.
I never knew this.
Did you know that Georgette, the poodle, is Bette Midler?
Yes, actually, I did. Because I remember watching it one time, and I was just like, "Why do you sound like that? Why do you sound like that witch from Hocus Pocus?"
Did you know this was her first theatrical work?
Actually, yes, I did.
Was being Georgette in this?
Yeah.
There was also a guy. There was a guy who was working on the story of Oliver and Company, who was set to co-direct with the guy who ended up directing it. Unfortunately, this did not pan out for it, and it wasn't for any like creative butting heads. The guy literally died before production started.
Sounds like he butted heads really hard.
Bro, he was only 37.
Really hard.
What the fuck did he die from?
Cancer?
I don't know. The trivia thing I was looking at didn't specify.
To be fair, especially these days, we're getting a lot of younger people dying of cancer.
No. These days, the younger people are just dropping dead. For no reason whatsoever.
If I had to guess, just if I had to place a guess, it was probably something connected to smoking, because the movie was made in the 80s. So that's just
but smoking.
Smoking's
peak. No, the peak of smoking's popularity was actually way before the 80s. Not saying it wasn't popular, but its peak of popularity was before the 80s, if I recall.
I have a question for you also, now that I can now ask, now that you've done Troya. Doesn't it have like a weirdly Kingdom Hearts 1 vibe at times?
Let me just stand in front of wait, watch. Let me stand in front of you. Definitely. I say as I have this giant fucking gargoyle behind me that was never in Kingdom Hearts.
I'm more talking about like the music and the bit where you're outside with like this.
They're both Square games.
With the random spooky orbs of doom.
Spooky orbs of doom is a Square staple.
I remember I tested one of my friends with like the different Kingdom Hearts songs.
No. Almost never hear me make this joke. This is either Zeromos or Xenos having become one with his void scent.
Give you 0 points.
I give you 0 points as well.
You are the friend.
I'll be back.
I'm half right.
Not really.
Considering it was bound to Xenos, yes. I'm technically half right.
Technically you're only a quarter because it was half of a half.
The disgraced prince you yourself laid low?
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald. When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. it was forced to return to the...
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
And thus I am returned.
Which is very vague.
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
Oh my god, they're people.
But how? The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
His void scent was a waifu?
Yep.
What do you mean, returned?
The waifu had a waifu.
I was once bound with a man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered. Twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance.
I like
is your
how
true form, then.
They immediately answered the question that people were asking in the immediate days after Endwalker. Why can't our avatar do what Xenos is? Because it was
regardless
involuntary.
Of your form, you are a void sent by nature.
Xenos is a dick. Don't be like Xenos.
So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question.
Fucking Estinian.
Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend? So, you're not a friend.
I love how they give you a choice. Like, are you his friend? No.
Of course not.
His friend? No, not in the slightest.
He just kept banging on my door, so I had to fucking shoot him.
What is a friend?
Said literally everyone who made Machinist.
It was funny how in that solo instance, I did it as a healer, and I was like never in any real danger. It's just like, if I fuck up, I can just, as long as I don't fuck up majorly twice within 1 minute, I'm fine. Because I can just benediction. There they go.
I don't remember if I switched over to the Sage. I think I switched to Sage at that point, but I was Astro for like half the mansion. think it was because of the Tower of Zot made me like, yeah, I'm fucking switching.
Why is Fantasy being added to the Unending Codex or the Ascians? There was no mention of them.
I believe one of the other answers to her friend question has Fandaniel come up, I believe.
Oh.
And the Unending Codex wasn't added until 6.1.
Oh.
So they gotta put him in somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if they move those around, you know what I mean? So I have to ask, did you blame Yashola after the other dungeon?
Of course I fucking did.
I love the horror movie Sting when she looks at you.
It
after
says,
that.
no, it says, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
And then even Grahati is like, bro, this is not the time to be making jokes. Like, not the time, this is a fucking vacation for me.
Not the time, this is the perfect time. It's like she didn't even say anything to you, and you just felt it.
By the way...
this is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the void.
The harpsichord in Troya is, it's called Troyan Beauty. You can get it from the dungeon, or buy it.
There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished.
Like a normal planet? Who knew?
Before the war. The Contra
They
Memoria.
used the trailer dialogue, yay!
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world.
You know what we should do?
All life was transformed
We
into
should drag
monstrosities. Void scent.
our
We are the natural
our
order
hero up through floor 50
As
of House
light
of the
begat
Dead,
Sinites,
so he can get the new one.
darkness begat void
Your
scent.
Orthos.
Mm-hmm.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting
I've not
day
ran
yielded
Orthos
to
yet.
endless night.
I ran it
In time,
once,
even
and we all
land and sea
died.
lost their distinction.
Yeah,
and though the
it's like
spark
I've
of
heard a lot
reason
of
had
people were
died in
having
us,
trouble with the dread
driven by
beast.
memory's shadow.
Oh, I didn't
We
get
formed
very
factions
far.
and carved
We all
out
died
domains.
to bombs.
This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided
Like not
in
like
such a
traps,
place once
but
upon
like
a
the
time.
bomb enemies with a move called Big
If I
Burst
may,
that kills
The
anything around
darkness
them.
in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void
And
scent.
it was really sad
Yet
because
your
3 of
knowledge
us
of the
were red
past
mages,
and your
so we could
demeanor
have
mark you apart
raise,
from your
but we
brethren.
still all died.
You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void scent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then.
I want to make
and now
I want to make a Firekeeper
I may as
joke
well be one in
when she's talking about her origin. Like this
I prey on the
darkness
weak and
touched my
serve the
mother.
strong.
So now you
I
may
live to
touch the
survive.
darkness within me.
Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry.
Thus the age of flight ended.
I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me Voidsent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address
also,
you
now
by your
we can
true
officially
name.
say
And call me what you will.
that our hero
I
has
cannot.
met probably the most divisive character of Endwalker.
Tiger Festival.
Oh, people either love her or hate her for some reason.
How about Zero?
What is people's problem?
Meaning nothing.
Some
A name as
just
fitting
don't
as
like
any.
how she's written.
He
But
seems
honestly,
like a stoic character, kind of like how like other Am had like a stoic Samus.
I always
No,
took
not
it as she's like a
nothing, but
tsundere,
rather
and
a
so it made it
beginning.
funny for me.
For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
But a lot of people started warming up to zero around 6.3.
I mean, her demeanor makes sense considering where she's from.
Yeah, she's doesn't really have a concept of like a normal fucking world.
Because this is normal.
As I said, I cannot.
Yeah, this is her
Zero,
normal.
then.
People don't help each other out. They need to have
No, they help each other out.
by
For a
eating
price.
each other. Yeah, for a price. That's what I'm saying.
Partnership? Are you saying
Also,
you wish to strike a bargain?
every time she does the hat thing, I just want to hear the voice actors go, "Baka," to lay into the tsundere thing.
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you
Dormammu,
our
I have
purpose
come
in
to
coming
bargain.
here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ashdaya is her name, and she is my sister.
Anyone here
If you
even
have any
know what a
knowledge of
dragon
her,
is?
I beg you, share it with us.
I know. Let's ask the Cloud of Darkness.
That's a good point. Though. I was like, who the fuck guarantees that anyone on the 13th knows what the fuck a dragon is?
Oh wait, we can ask Sacrament. Let's ask Scothis. Diablo.
You always ask that.
What about
You
Freddy?
can always.
You can always ask that spooky fucking thing up in the air. Above
That's what I was
Marshawn's
about to say
head.
too.
No, I was just making the joke of every named void sent that I've gone against, and they're now just dead.
Yeah, I think any of the ones that were in the forest would have been sent back. I think the only one would be sent to the live stream.
I do like how they revisit how demon summoning kind of works, or void send summoning rather.
I thought I heard a voice as well.
Explain it
The
so
king
that
of Voidsent,
they know
perhaps.
how the bigger ones get here.
And how like the ones we've faced before this point are like usually like summoned through like effigies or something.
Yeah,
So they just go back to the 13th when they die.
Whereas when they die here, they have nowhere to go, so they just die.
Why is Goblin the home of the weird names?
Welcome to
Yeah.
Goblin.
There's an aura near me named Bodacious Unicorn.
I forgot he existed. What was that sheep?
Bodacious Unicorn is a small female rain.
Okay, yeah, I forgot she existed. Like, it's been so long since I've seen that name.
The fact that you've seen that name before speaks volumes.
I live in Goblin. I don't want to hear a fucking thing from you, Mr. Balmung.
One of my friends named themselves Face Naming Way.
Some great ones I've seen on Balmung. I don't remember if they were all from Balmung or just have been to Balmung. Include Best Mom, Wife Materia, Glare Swiftcast, Viewing Cutscene, New Character. The best part about new characters, when I first saw them, they were at I first saw them before Endwalker, and the job they were on was level 80.
I remember seeing a name that was several cutscenes. I can't remember if that was in Goblin or Zalera, though.
I've seen Viewing Cutscene. I've seen Viewing Cutscene with like a little hyphen. I've seen Cutscene Viewer. There's even a Twitter for cryptids from the Ether data center. I really wish there was one for Crystal, because I think Crystal has some wild names.
This place is as good as any.
Keeping up with the whole
Let me have the ether now.
Olafel Lifter drama.
Very well.
Oh boy. Lord Fuzzington. I expected a Hrothgar. I was disappointed.
What were they?
I think they're a cat boy.
Look who's back.
Hey,
Taco
Sacramento.
Meteor. Taco Meteor.
I should miss my mark.
He told me they couldn't come back.
But we
there,
struck it down.
Ignis.
Watched it die.
How do you know he was killed?
Oh, he was killed. Just any.
No, if he was killed, he wouldn't still be here.
Well, here's the thing. The rules are basically that they can't properly, truly, fully die. Their ether just disperses and eventually re-coagulates like a mist.
So something similar to the Asians.
The stronger they are, the longer it takes.
And the fact that this happened so quickly speaks volumes of his strength.
There's also the fact that they are very,
Death
let's
doesn't
just say,
exist.
edible when they're like that. Also, there's a sprout in Limsa named Jelly Sandwich. We also have banana
Of course.
milk.
In the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's
Hacky
essence is
mule.
absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
There's someone named My Apologies. Hi, Lord Pumpkin.
It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the
Virtual
memory.
waifu.
What? I must devour you too. Yes, I must.
Card holder.
Ye drifting souls, by my power
I hate that
be
adventure
reborn!
play. I hate it so bad. You have someone on your data center named on your world named Amaric de Borel, and they're not even a fucking hero. They're a
If it's
fucking
another death they
Fiera.
want, I say we give it to them.
There's also a Lalafell named Paperweight.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd
And
be
another
much
one named
obliged.
Pepperoni Ravioli.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt. And until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast.
How about strawberry vanilla Coke?
Struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
Or baby peaches. Big chub. I went to player search, put it in nothing, and hit show results. I'm just going down the fucking list.
One thing I thought about doing, but like on like a smaller stream that's not MSQ, is going through enemy attack names. Like all any of the interesting and or funny ones. Let's see if we can.
There's someone named Love Potion.
We do well to break up this feast quickly.
Let's see these guests on their
There's
way.
a Vieira that came here from Halicarnassus named Eviction Mode. Grand Song. Cowboy Jr.
Watch out for Cowboy Senior.
The best part is he's wearing a cowboy hat in his place. That's like perfect.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth!
The Archfiend of Earth. I do nothing Earth-related, but I'm the Archfiend of Earth. I won't even throw a rock or even sand. I do purple.
It'd be funny if, like, at the last moment, he's just like, pocket sand. Pocket sand.
Rockman, another Lalafell.
You cannot defeat that
Jen
which
Jen.
cannot die!
There's plans to make like another season of the Hill.
You know what's funny? One of the names I was talking about for being a funny name, Shaco Meteor, I closed the interface, they are now standing in front of me. That's unexpected.
It's always funny because like when you select someone, your fucking head looks towards them. So like people just like fucking like walk ahead of someone, and then like when they click on them, they just have that like look behind their back. Look.
Oh, I wasn't even targeting people. I opened player search, hit nothing in my search criteria, and just hit show results. It was reading off the names.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's funny that it's like that. Yeah. And like some people call it the limpid glare or whatever. People like can pretend that they're not looking at someone when they are.
I remember hearing that there are forbidden tools that allow you to get notified whenever someone is looking at you. I'm like, why would you care? I mean,
ego?
In my experience, if I really need to care, they're probably close enough where I can see it, you know what I mean?
Last week, Ignis starred Boja.
No matter what you do,
Oh boy.
cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try. and I'm always happy
Got
to
one
experiment.
tap by, like, what was it, a manta ray?
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
A name for which I did not ask, but that I nevertheless did accept.
It was like, you can't really hold me a debt over me for something I didn't even want. Like, yeah, but you did take it. You know what I mean? You could have said no to the name.
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
I will be right back.
However, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
She can turn voices into crystal.
What is this from? You remember before my truth threat!
Attend to the minions first. Be gone! That's far enough!
Reinforcements!
This will hurt.
Impressive.
That's
Another debt to be paid.
I must deal with you. I'll kill you all myself.
Finally getting serious, John. Very well. Let us return the favor. Everything you've got!
Eat shit.
Hello?
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again!
Oh, you won't.
What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power? Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
I'm 2 for 2. Now pepperoni ravioli is by me. Forbidden fruit gummy. Consume the scarmy.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you for hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift?
In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
Oh.
The fire wings, the pocket dragons. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether. This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my 4 arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Are you all right?
The Void Sense essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I receive my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
Okay. Since it's almost 3 o'clock, I'm gonna end 3 o'clock. 3 hours.
3 hours.
I was just gonna stop right there.